Hello and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. Today we're looking at Really Big Sky, the really big, really procedurally generated twin-stick shooter that reminds me a lot of a much more chaotic, much more hectic Geometry Wars. So I want to give you a quick tour of all the freaking crazy amounts of game modes there are in this. So the main one when you start is Classic Mode. Just starts out, this is basically the meat of the game. You unlock upgrades, you collect star bits, and you buy stuff. And then as you keep playing, you unlock most of these other ones in the circle here, including there's a peaceful, where it's very easy, and I guess you just play for fun. Hell mode, which is very, very, very hard, which is bullet hell all the time. Crazy events, crazy everything. Remix, selection of game modes separated by frequent wormholes, so this one just grabs a bunch of different stuff and throws it together. Naked, no upgrades, no power-ups, just you and the baddies, so the basic beginnings of this. Retro mode, old colors, old music, old shootings, I like that. Yeah, it's kind of like the old-school Geometry Wars version. And there's even more, and it just keeps going and going and going. But let's play a game of Classic Mode and give you a taste of what this is about. So at the beginning of every, I'd say match or try, you get to pick or upgrade your ship as you see fit. Right now I'm actually doing pretty well. I think I'm a little bit past halfway through upgrading everything, and you'll see my coherence is completely full, and now I can buy an ultra weapon, and coherence is just the power of your lasers. And if you buy an ultra weapon, it lasts for one game, and lasers will then travel unhindered through enemies. But you get to pay lots for that, and it's not worth it. It's 53,000, no. And a lot of those upgrades are mostly like different kinds of lasers and stuff. But let me show you why this game is so insane. Very quickly, it will go from 0 to insanity, you'll see. This game's got a few unique things about it, including one of them being something called back pressure, where if you don't shoot your laser for a while, the game seeks to reward you by giving you that more powerful fat laser. And this would be the other thing. You have a drill built onto your ship, and you can use that to saw through planets so you don't explode, and also through some bosses so you don't explode. Same reason. And when there's asteroids like this on the screen, you can also drill through those. Now, since I've upgraded my ship so much, I actually have a bit of a shield, as well as all kinds of extra, like a satellite thing, and mines. I can't even tell what's going on already. Fraps is completely broken. Oh, okay, we're waking back up. Cool. And now we're going through some sort of a crazy psychedelic warp zone. Warp zone! I had to do it, sorry. And although I compared this to Geometry Wars, there's quite a bit about it that's not at all like Geometry Wars, especially the fact that this is generally you proceed to the right. More like a Gradius or an R-type shmup. Geometry Wars is known for, proceeding in a circle generally, a lot of times. Alright, this is a boss. It might be hard to tell because of its giant size. When you kill it, you have to drill through it or it will still crush you. And it also tries to crush you during the fight, which is a little bit unfair, but, whatever. I have a drill. Whoa! I had about 1 second to react to that planet. That was lame. I'm not uploading my score. Let's try that again. Games in this can last between like 10 seconds and 5 minutes-ish, I think was my longest. I'm going to save up my star bits and upgrade later. But like I said, it's procedurally generated. Every time you play it, you're going to get a different sequence of events, whether that ranges from enemy waves to boss battles to crazy warp zones to psychedelic freakouts. I've even had the game change perspective to be a like behind the shot type game. I don't know what you call that. Picture like Zaxxon, if you know Zaxxon, where you can see the back part of your ship. I don't even know why that happened, and I've only had it happen once. That thing right there is a laser. It's gonna kill me in a second if I don't get out of the way. Thankfully, I've played this enough times now that I know the majority of the sequences that can happen, so I sort of have a little bit of foreknowledge as to what to do. There's like these little capsule guys that have force fields around them. You can't shoot through the force fields, you have to actually go in them to shoot them, which is really annoying. Oh, I guess I blew up again. Yup. That'll happen. 48 seconds. This one especially sucked. The night was young. Let's play again. The menu items actually change every time, which is kind of cute. Some kind of witty banter going on in there. What can I upgrade? My electromagnet, my claymore. Let's upgrade my claymore a couple times. That's my mine that it will drop occasionally. Not sure how actually useful it is, but I plan on upgrading everything over time. Now this is a beautiful game. It's really very visually striking, but it's also something I imagine that could induce seizures in a lot of people. And as you know from watching this channel for a while, that's exactly the type of thing I look for. But it actually does go a little bit too far a lot. I've noticed there are many instances of playing this where I will have no idea where my ship is at all. And that's kind of a bad thing, because I'm trying to like steer it away from harm, and if I don't even know where I am, how am I supposed to do anything with that? Asteroids everywhere, crap. And I got coated in ice, so I couldn't even do anything about it. That'll happen a lot. Those little blue capsules will coat you in ice, and then you actually can't fire until you break back out. Come on, hurry up, hurry up! Shit. Okay, that probably should have killed me, but I was really lucky, and just knowing what that shape usually looks like, I was able to get out of it. Another planet, get some lasers, so you can actually steer towards these power-ups. And you can move in and out a little bit too. Watch out for these exhaust pipes. Now we're going to go through a fog section. This is like, picture like Life Force when the creeping bio-ooze is coming after and you have to like carve your way through it, and there's also mines in there too. Thankfully it's not too hard to get through that. There's also some like Stargate sections where you have to very quickly navigate through a passage, like a tunnel. Whoa, okay, it's gotten crazy again. And you have to hit gates, and the gates will give you star bits. That'll probably happen at some point. It's like extra foggy though, so you usually can't see the gates, which is a little annoying. And sometimes you just get this insano laser for some reason. I don't know why that happens, but when it does, it feels pretty good. I'd like for that to happen more, actually. What else? There's so many things that happen in this game, it's hard to even, like, describe them in a short video. It's sort of like you just have to sit here and spend time with this. There are definitely a lot of variances in the way that the games can progress. Like, this is kind of chaotic here. Now there's orbs in front of everything, so I can't shoot at the boss, which is really annoying. Actually went through like a temporal rift or something, and I was fighting dinosaur bones that were shooting lasers at me, and then time slowed down, and there were like crazy contrails on all of my lasers, and I was building up walls of them. This game also has really good stat tracking, keeps track of pretty much everything you do, everything you've killed, every boss, your ups and downs on a per game basis. Shit. I didn't switch to my drill fast enough, and I didn't back off either, so that killed me. Oh, this game's so addictive, though. You just want to keep playing it. Alright, I've got a bunch more star bits now. I'm going to put them on frequency, because that one's almost full. That increases the frequency of laser reload time, and what I think that means, and I could be wrong, is the back pressure will accumulate faster, so when you're not shooting, you'll be powering up your laser more quickly, which I deem that to be quite valuable. Because your regular lasers, they're cool, but they can be a little puny sometimes. But you gotta power those up too. Although mine are powered up to full. And of course, this game's got online leaderboards and all kinds of good stuff like that. Keep track of your progress, you can, you know, unlock tons of stuff. There's even, like, developer, I'm not going to say commentary, but, like, featurette, like, information in a library where you can go to find out stuff, so you have to actually drill through this boss. And then I have to watch out for this laser trap while also shooting at this central core mechanism. Oh, and then there's bullets too, because there weren't enough things on screen right now. And I think I got this guy taken care of, maybe. Kinda hard to focus when there's this many things going on. And then I'm trying to talk to you, but whatever. Alright, got him. And he turns into a multi-pad so I can power up my multiplier and get higher score. I should show also there's a... Wow! Okay, that was kind of insane. There's a drill power... Oh, shit. Asteroid. Had 1 second to think about that. Barely. Okay, one more. Gotta keep doing this. So I want to show off the drill move, if I could. I'm not even going to show the other game modes, because most of them play pretty similarly, only way harder or way easier. The retro one is definitely different, because it changes all the graphics with a nice filter over them. But let me show you the drill mode. If you hold down drill, you can use this like a screw attack. Oh, and now there's a planet incoming. But you can use that to stave off some of the stray bullets and junk when it gets a little overwhelming. I kind of always forget to use it because it's a little unintuitive to me to have to hold down the button like that, and I feel like sometimes I activate it and then turn it right back off or something and waste it. Plus, using, or being a avid Geometry Wars fan, I'm just sort of used to clearing the screen. So the idea of not being able to do that, it's sort of like it's not even registered to me, you just can't even touch it. Here's the gate sequence. So you hit the gates when you can see them, and then it will shoot out a bunch of currency for you. And hopefully you can keep a good run and keep hitting them. I already missed one though. So it encourages you to step forward and then immediately step backwards, so that's kind of weird. I don't know what those things even are. Like, I've run into a whole bunch of different things that I have no clue what they do, but they usually kill you. Oh, it's helping me. It's clearing out all the fog for me. That's really nice. Thank you, whatever you are. I've had there be, like, warp-looking black hole things that show up sometimes. And they don't seem to be able to be interacted with. Is this gonna kill me? What is this thing doing? I mean, I've definitely spent a few hours with this game, and I still don't know a lot about it. But I have to say, learning is fun. I don't dislike this game, even though at times it can be a bit unfair or crazy. I actually sort of embrace the chaos that is involved in this game. There's not a lot else that's quite this chaotic that I know of. Even Geometry Wars at its best, like, you still usually can tell where your ship is. I don't know what I just did, but everything is blue now. Seems probably good, maybe. Okay. You've seen most of the bosses. I think there's a couple others. I don't know if I showed you the spider bot yet. And there's a few crazy, like, bullet hell-oriented bosses that are a little bit more difficult to deal with. Okay, I'm gonna try and use the sonic screwdriver thingy, whatever you want to call it. Avoid asteroids, avoid the noids, they ruin pizzas. That's one of those black holes that I don't know what does. Oh, and I got a crazy laser for some reason. There's just a lot of things that I don't know what they are. Holy shit, I cannot tell what's going on at all. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm in Tempest mode now. What am I doing? Am I getting something? Am I winning? Am I steering? Sewer Shark, that's what this is like. Go me, way to reference a Sega CD game that no one will have heard of. Did I win? Okay, I'm in another place now, I guess. A place that looks substantially harder. I should mention that this game, although it's procedurally generated, it also gets harder on the fly. I'm not sure it gets easier, though. This is a boss. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but there's an orb that's going to be shooting lasers all around, and I need to actually kill that orb by staying inside of this little spiral pattern it shoots. Thankfully that was a pretty merciful version of it. Sometimes it spirals out of control and there's like 6 or 7 of them. all shooting lasers in different directions. Oh shit, now there's asteroids and a laser, and they're slowly constricting how much space I have to move around in, and I still can't tell mostly where I am. Oh, I hit an asteroid again. God damn it. Well, that was a fairly better run. I'm still not going to upload my score though. And you can see the graph on the bottom that shows my progress as my score gets higher, which is kind of a cool touch. So let's back out to the main screen here, and I'll show you some of the other stuff real quick. Oh, and see I have a lot of currency to spend now on upgrades. That's going to be nice to do. And you can see my progress on my achievements. Fight bosses I have 35% of. I'm not sure what the goal is there. Maybe kill 100 bosses or something. Not too impossible. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what a lot of these things are either. But as you see, that really is a trend in this game. And you can see the bar graphs as they compare to how many times you've played certain modes. I clearly have spent the majority of my time playing Classic, because I have 26 plays on that. And you can see all the enemies on the top before I got rid of that. And then we can show you the library. And it gives you a little bit of info about what the enemies are. I should probably sit and actually read all of this. It actually shows you like the appearances of how many times you've seen an instance of whatever they're talking about, which is kind of a cool thing too. Like I said, they're really good on stat tracking. And 87%, so I've filled up most of the bestiary, whatever you want to call it. And some of these have extra information behind them, which is cool. And of course, a large part of this game is the music also, which I had to turn down a lot because it tends to be really overpowering. But it's worth being overpowered occasionally when you listen to it. It really puts you in the mood to shoot stuff. Let's jump into retro just for a split second, and I'll just show you, because I'll probably hit an asteroid right away, because that seems to be how this video is going. You also get to pick perks with most of the other game modes. You don't use the shop. That's really only for the classic mode. So I usually always pick multipliers, because multipliers seem to be the best way to get high score. Call me crazy, but having 40 times multiplier from the very beginning seems much more useful to me. And you actually shoot by holding down your drill button for this one, which is kind of weird. And you can't really steer your shots, they just sort of go where you're steering your ship. So there's stuff behind me I can't really hit. I like the remixed music for this too, it's really cool. And you can tell that there's like just a filter over everything, which is fine, it's just kind of funny. Oh, the slowdown gets kind of bad in here. Too many colors and bits. And you get 3 lives instead of just 1. And I think I've already used 2 of them. Not entirely sure, because as always, don't know what the hell's going on. But you hear me saying all these sort of unfavorable things about this game. It's $10 on Steam. I actually do still highly recommend it regardless. I've had a lot of fun messing around with it, and just to have the ability to get to something this psychedelic and insane is just really cool. I would also put it in like leagues with the amount of chaos that goes on in a game of Beat Hazard, which is an amazing game. Oh, you missed the dinosaurs in space. Man, don't we love dinosaurs in space on this channel? They shoot lasers. It's the best. Alright, I think... Oh, and the Silent Hill siren is going off in the background. So Pyramid Head's coming. Everything's turning red. And I think that's a good signal to end this episode of Indie Impressions. So thanks very much for watching. Make sure you check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/IndieImpressions. I'm giving away games, and it's awesome there. And I give updates and stuff on what's going on. So check it out. I'll talk to you there, and I'll talk to you in the comments. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Take care.